Tonight, I'm going to begin with a deep dive into my DVD collection. Not only is this a great film to watch with your bae, but there's much more. You thought The Devil Wears Prada was about fashion. It wasn't. It was about institutional survival. And if you've ever tried to rise inside a system that smiles in public and rearranges knives in private, this film hits differently. Anne Hathaway's Andy enters Runway thinking merit will be enough. That's the first illusion. Historically, every institution from royal courts to corporate boards operates on hierarchy before talent, bureaucracy before brilliance, and optics before authenticity. Runway isn't a magazine, it's a monarchy. Miranda Priestley isn't a villain. She's Machiavelli in heels. When Miranda sacrifices Nigel to protect her position, that maneuver has a name. In executive psychology, it's known as scapegoat substitution. It's a classic power preservation tactic. Political leaders do it, CEOs do it, empires survive on it. Yes. And I believe Harvard Business Review calls this tactic strategic deflection, protecting the throne by offering a loyal lieutenant to absorb the blow. Miranda didn't betray Nigel emotionally. She neutralized a threat to her reign. That's the difference. I've learned that power isn't sentimental, it's structural. And now if we look deeper, Andy's friends and boyfriend mock her elevation. Not because she changed, but I believe it's because her growth destabilized their identity. Psychology calls this the relational hemostasis. When one person rises, the group unconsciously pulls them back to preserve emotional balance. They'll say things like, "You've changed," but in translation, "You're making me confront my stagnation." Jealousy often disguises itself as concern. Evolutionary psychology tells us that status shifts inside a tribe trigger anxiety responses even among people who love you. It's not always about malice. Sometimes it's fear. Miranda's mystique costs her marriage. That's not coincidence, see. Attachment theory teaches us that. I believe it's high-functioning power figures often develop avoidant attachment styles. Intimacy feels like vulnerability, and vulnerability feels like risk. But here's the irony. Miranda built an empire through emotional restraint and lost connection through that same restraint. Strength becomes isolation when unbalanced. Even when designers, they echo this truth as well. Tom Ford once said, power is something you assume, not something given. And I believe it was Prada that said, what you wear is how you present yourself to the world, especially today when human contacts are so quick. Fashion, therefore, in this film isn't clothing, it's armor. But the deepest betrayal, I believe, wasn't Miranda sacrificing Nigel. It was Andy sacrificing herself slowly without noticing. Ambition can blind you, and so can resentment, And also, so can the need to prove something to people who were comfortable with you being small. The film asks a question many don't want to face. What part of yourself are you willing to trade for access? Now, the sequel is coming this year and will likely confront a new era. Legacy versus relevance, old power versus digital disruption. Miranda, in a collapsing media economy, mirrors every institution today. Theaters, schools, industries, reshuffling alliances to survive. Expect the sequel to explore succession anxiety, aging power, influence without control, because in every era, the throne trembles. And here's another prophecy for you. When you rise inside of a system, expect subtle insecurity from peers, strategic distancing, calculated loyalty shifts, and at least one scapegoat maneuver. Not because you were wrong, no, but because growth disrupts ecosystems. And ecosystems protect themselves. The Devil Wears Prada isn't about fashion. It's about what power costs and whether you're willing to pay without losing your name. My name is Aaron C. Butler, and this is Movie Night Bae.